To check in on the latest buzz in the entertainment world.
Liz and Mike from 105.1 The Buzz joining us live right now. Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
Good morning. Okay, so we're going to talk comedy here. Comedians have had quite the go of things
They
the
sure
last
have.
couple months. Kevin Hart speaking out about this, saying people they need to respect the craft of comedy again.
Yeah, he said that there's always been a heckler and then there's been the comedian. And the heckler heckles, the comedian handles it and deals with it, and that they move on, and that's not what's happening now. And that what went down with the Chapelle incident where the, person rushed the stage and then they ended up, detaining him or whatever. That had to happen because that way other people will see it and be like, oh, there's consequences for these actions. You can't just rush the stage. And that hopefully by doing that, now all of a sudden you can go back to the heckler comedian respect and balance.
Yeah, that makes sense. I will say I love stand-up comedy. I go to shows all the time, and I've never understood the heckling for two reasons. One, you paid to go to the show, and then you're interjecting yourself into the show as if you're a part of it. It doesn't make any sense to me. Why would you not let the person who spent, all this time crafting this set just, do their thing? That's what you paid for. And two, all these other people around you paid for the same show, and now they have to listen to your stupid self heckle this comedian. I've never understood it. Now, jumping on stage is a totally different situation, but the heckling thing is, I've never been able to understand why people do it.
I mean, like, to your point, Travis, when people go to shows to heckle, I think they get a rise out of it. They're just there to be the antagonist. We all see it on social media.
They want the attention on them.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. But as far as rushing the stage goes, that's just a terrible idea for any show. I don't care if you're at a concert, a comedy show, whatever it is. If you go streaking at an NFL game, you might get hit by a 6'5", 300-pound linebacker. That is very plausible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
I think it's like interesting to me that Kevin Hart is like, can we just go back to having a heckler? Like, I'd rather have that than people, getting on stage and being violent. It just goes to show how kind of out of control some of this stuff has gotten. I don't understand the people who go to shows and get super offended, because I think comedians, their job is to push the boundary and to find that line and to take a step over the line, put a toe over the line.
Right,
that's what comedy has always done.
They're jokes.
They're jokes.
Yeah.
And if they're not
well,
in
then
good
if
taste,
it's a big name comedian, like, what they're gonna be going with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not gonna be surprised.
Right.
And that's not to say that like everything is fine if it's a joke. Like, no, if they're making a joke that's out of bounds and stuff that's not cool, like, then there's a time and a place and a discourse for that, and you can rein it back in, and that's where you learn what is and isn't cool. But the whole taking it to this, like, I'm so offended and getting
jumping
violent
on the
level,
stage
it's
and
just, they're jokes.
Crazy.
You got to know what you're getting into. It's a comedian. I don't know.
Oh, totally.
Crazy. Apparently, in the Marvel world, there was some interesting news for the man who played Doctor Strange. Almost mixed things up here.
Yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch almost went by the stage name of Ben Carlton. Apparently, Carlton is his middle name. And so he started out by trying to use that as a stage name because he thought, oh, it's easier to pronounce. It's better that way. And one of his agents was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Your name kind of makes you stand out. I don't think you should do this. That's a bad move. And so he ended up switching his name back. But how boring.
Ben Carlton.
Ben Carlton.
Well, side note, Benedict Carlton Cumberbatch is excellent.
That is a good name.
Yeah.
Benedict Cumberbatch is such a good name. I can't believe that he wouldn't go with that initially.
Well, just the sheer amount of syllables you get with Benedict Cumberbatch is it's just exciting to say the way it rolls off the tongue. If he was Ben Carlton, he would just kind of like fizzle into the abyss. At least if he wanted to not use his proper last name, just go Benedict Carlton. So we still get that Benedict,
Right.
It has a
Take all the
Cumberbatch
pizzazz out of it.
Yeah.
That's what sucked me in the first time when I saw Cumberbatch. I was like, how do I pronounce this? Hold on, I am intrigued.
Who are you?
And then I wound up Googling to hear how it was pronounced. And then the next thing you know, I knew more about him. So I feel like it's something that kind of is an attention getter that just draws you in. And I'm always so amazed when people have different stage names because I would be afraid I would never answer to it.
Yeah,
I guess maybe the Ben thing, like maybe people in his family call him Ben or something. But if somebody said a different name to me, I would just keep on walking. I'd be like, oh, Oh, is that me? Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Yes, that's me.
Forgot
I am
about
here.
that.
Like,
Yeah, half the time I feel like I'm lost and I'm zoning out and I forget to respond to my real name, so I can't
Let alone a stage
imagine
name.
having more than one to keep tabs on.
That's funny.
Benedict Cumberbatch. He was on SNL, by the way, this weekend, and I thought he did a great job. He's a
I
funny
didn't
guy.
see it, but he's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I think he does an awesome job.
and his movie brought in $450 million. So
Not
yeah,
too
he's having
shabby.
a good weekend.
He's having a good
I
weekend.
did contribute to that. I went and saw it.
Oh, nice. You like it?
It was not bad. Wasn't as good as the first Doctor Strange in my opinion. But
I'm
it was
like
still,
6 Marvel movies and 2 shows behind now, so I got to catch up.
yeah.
I'm like a whole streaming service behind, so don't worry, Emily. It's okay.
tough. It's tough.
Yeah, too much to watch these days.
All right, thanks guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, friends.
Bye. And you can always listen to Liz and Mike every weekday morning on 105.1 The Buzz.